Well, I was on my way down. I just thought I'd show you all this Pulmonaria, soldiers and sailors. Pulmonaire, en français. You got all the primula there, look. Just magnificent. You got different types of Lamia, Stachys. That's all looking wonderful, covered in bees. Oh, don't even think about it. Oi, arrête. So yeah, so we'll nip down here quick, just show you what's going on. So this hedge is planted. Just stuck them in. They're starting to sprout. I'm pretty confident they'll be fine. I'm pretty confident. I might stick a few bigger ones in there if I get time, but it's also a good test to see if smaller ones do better than bigger ones. You can see I am nearly done with the wood here. If you remember, I had a huge wall of it all the way along there. Not been easy, but done it. I've calculated another 7 to 8 wheelbarrows to do, so we'll tackle that today. They're just a beautiful thing. Pulmonaria, pulmo, obviously Latin for lung. So I guess people use them for respiratory problems. Anyway, big old line of broads along there, broad beans, onion, Stuttgart, sweet, well, they're not really, they're Scottish peas, so they're kind of like a dwarf variety, but they're still fairly tall, fairly close. So I just put these strings along to support them. I've planted the hazel canes here so that they're a permanent fixture. Then I got my space. Then I planted white onions in front of broads again. Used the space. Line of shallots and a line of red onion. It's called Red Baron. I don't know that there's another one available. A few more shallots just to finish off a bag of the other Red Baron. Then these are the Indian mustards that I was talking about, right? So I've just cut them. I literally just pulled a few out of the ground, cut them, grafted them. Not grafted, but you know, took cuttings from. Put all the leaves down on the floor just like that. And you see what they're doing is they're going to go make a load of flour. Now that's fantastic. I'll have huge quantities of seed. Great for the bees. I've got 3 varieties. So I'll be using that as like a green manure. I'm just going to show it everywhere. And then final line, I've got this last bag of well, I've got one more bag of Stuttgart to go in. But then here I've planted the kales again, because if anything, if people don't eat it, again it's making compost. I'm going to plant capucin underneath, which what do we call in English? What do we call in Latin? Oh, his name escapes me. Nasturtium. That'll all be planted in there as well, because the nasturtium will sort of keep the aphids off. These are the euphorbias that I've planted. They're looking, most of them are looking much better now. So a few of them have lost their heads, which means they're probably gone. But a few of them are looking all right. And all I want really are the seeds this year. See, this is all covered in primula. Different. That's another type of euphorbia. No problem with voles in this garden. That's why I've just gone all out planting. And then this space, attends-moi baby dog. This last little space will be, in 2 weeks, will be my last run of peas and beans. Hopefully I'll have had the onions in by then. I've got 500 leeks coming, hopefully. Oi, where's your toy? Get it. You gonna get it? He's like, no, not whilst you're on the phone, you bastard. So it's all learning. It's all a lot of learning. I made a mistake by rescuing this old black plastic from the bins a couple of years ago. I didn't have enough money to buy it myself, and there's a lot of black plastic on the floor. But as a young garden, it's necessary to do what you can. I collect as much cardboard as I can as well. So I'm thinking I'm actually going to use that to cover up this section, which I eventually, if my technique works there with the hazel, I'll plant another line here, and then we'll eventually be able to have that as like a laid hedge, and then on the back of that I'll backfill that with all junk, compost, old bits of wood, whatever, and eventually make a terrace out of that. But that's, you know, there's only so much I can do on my own. But what I can do is I can put this plastic down there, and then I can at least just get them leeks in. I've got a big dibber, despite what you might have heard, and leeks are fine. The technique is simple. You just make a big channel, stick them in, let water them in, and done. So I'm not worried about preparing the soil in that. Right, so there's me. That's the second garden. I'm still really looking forward to making the rhubarb video. And I'll keep you informed. Cheerio, guys.